Morning, everybody. My name's Bill. This is Pirate Solutions Forestry. It is Memorial Day, and I hope that we all take a little bit of time to recognize the sacrifices that our veterans have made for us, fighting overseas to keep us free and safe. I hope you get to spend it with your families. I hope you have a great day. I've got one log to mill today. I have to finish up my 1x12 order, and I want to get it done today. So we got one log to cut. It's got a few challenges. We're also testing out a new pair of mechanics prototype gloves. Thank you, Tom, for sending them to me. And we're going to report back to them on how they hold up. I will show you more about these as we're milling in the near future, and we'll see how the palms hold up, see how I like the fit and feel of them, and so on and so forth. He sent me a few pairs. We'll try them all out. And I'm going to show you the log. And there are a few challenges that go along with it. The good part is we only need 6 1x12s to finish the order. And I believe this log will do it. It was good for nothing else. I think as you saw in the previous clip, I was trimming it down. It had a real squirrely end. I cut it down to 9 feet long, the fattest, straightest, best part of it, as good as that can be. And I'll give you a look at it and we'll cut through it and see how it goes. So the way my thought process is kind of going here, I had to map myself out a little cheat sheet or a rough cheat sheet on the end of the log here, working out from the middle, because there's a ton of sweep in this side over here. And there's a little bit of sweep in the top and bottom too. What I'm going to try to do is this is my shortest, least usable wood dimension. This is my longest, most usable wood dimension. So I'm going to take my 12 wide out of the center here. And then as we mill our boards out of this at the end, this will be actually our last side up. We'll be milling boards down this way. I got an arrow there. I think we're going to start getting good usable boards about here. And I've got about 8 inches to this corner right here. And we should be able to get our 6 boards out of it. And then at the end, we got to cut them some battens too. But I think this is almost doable. It's going to be really close. As we mill down, I mean, I can just see the sweep. The sweep comes into somewhere in here. Hopefully, maybe we could steal a board above it. Hopefully, we can get 6 clean boards right out of this chunk right here. And that's the reason that I mapped it out. I'll show you around the log a little bit, and I'll show you some dimensions on this small end here. It's only 16 across. So 16 does not yield a 12-inch cant. You need 17 to get 11.9. And then, of course, it's 17 high, so that will yield a 12-inch cant, but there's so much sweep in the log that it won't yield a 12-inch cant. So the only way to do this right is to take the worst sweep, put it in my up and down dimension, because I'd never get 12 wide that way. And then as I mill down, I'll start getting clean boards at some point. Hopefully we get 6 of them out of it. So we'll say hi to Danny with his hurt foot. Looks like he's moving a little bit better today. And let's take a look at this log, just so you guys can see what I'm seeing, because it's kind of hard when I try to explain something and you don't get to see it. But you can see the sweep in the side of that log right there. That comes in pretty far. And in this kind of dimension here, there's a little teeny sweep up there on the bottom on that end, but it doesn't look like it's anything significant. It's fairly straight this way. And those little cracks were from the felling cut. They're not cracks, they're tear out, fiber tear where they drop the tree over. So that's not rot or anything like that. So this is the character. I stripped most of the bark off it. I was getting some metal targets on it when I wanted it, and I pulled the bark off and all the metal targets went away. So it might have just been some sort of metal-based dirt in the bark. So it's going to cut out fairly clean. We're still running the same Stella cut band that we were running, and we're going to see how far that thing will go. But all we have to do is really fill that row, one more row, and one board, and that order's done. And then we got to cut about 10 2-inch battens, which I got plenty of straight-sided material up here to cut 2 inches out of. And also, some boards that damn near meet that 12. Like that one right there probably would be okay. So it's a possibility, but if we can just throw them up there, cut 2-inch battens, we'll be really good to go. So we're going to try to rock through it. Hopefully we have enough fuel in this thing. Let's start up high, kind of use that blue line as a guide to take the top off this. If I don't clean up 100%, 12 inches wide when I take that, I am still going to start spinning it because I kind of got to be careful with this log. If I can stay outside my dimensions a little bit and see, maybe if I have to make an extra roll, I have to make an extra roll, but we'll kind of see how it goes. It's going to, as Paul Moskovsky says to me, it's going to reveal itself as we go here. So hopefully that cut right there is good. If that cut's good, I think we got it, because everything else is kind of fat. It's kind of fat on this side, it bumps out. It's kind of fat on the bottom. I think that this is the most troublesome cut with this little dip right here and getting that 12 wide there. Oh, and I never know what's the best angle for you guys. So if you guys would fill me in and tell me, that'd be great. We get this done quick to be as painless as we possibly can be to my neighbors. Yeah, it looks like about right there. I'm at 15.5. Let's just take it right there. Looks like it worked out good. So my first impression is that worked out great. I think this is going to work now. We got a real wide top cut. Looks perfect. Beautiful wood. Oh, if I can not drop things. So we'll go back there. We'll spin it on its side. We'll kind of square up the top. I don't know if we'll have to lean it or not. And see how we're going to go from there. Knowing that this is our worst side, but that's what we're going to be cutting down. So it's nice and square. It looks relatively flat. If I can get this skimmed off somewhere right in here, it looks like I've got plenty of wood for my cut through. I've got, meaning I have at least 6 boards there. Might not, I'm going to do a couple measurements. It might not be a bad idea to raise this end just a hair. So I'm about, I don't know, 17.5 to the top. I'm about 16 to the top here. The middle is going to be higher because it's bowed up. Yeah, the middle's like 19. I kind of think I can cheat that end up just a hair as long as I remember to put that toe board down, and it will help a little bit. Using my guide here, I'm going to try to make my top cut right about kind of where that blue line is. That top cut is a 12-inch cant line, which is kind of like a safety line. If I could get it into a 12-inch cant, that'd be great. It won't, but at least that would give me the possibility of having it. I could take it in a different direction if I had to. So let's go ahead and knock the top off this thing. Same kind of area. It's kind of like 15.5. Let's just take it right there. A little too much water going on here. And of course, that looks like a huge heavy cut, but it's not. It's just got a bump in the middle. I think that was a pretty good cut, actually. And it's spin it, Bill, guys. We're gonna spin it up, cut it again. All right, so now we're going to be setting our 12-inch width. Like I said, hopefully we don't run out of gas. Let's see where 12 inches is. This is it. There's no more here. We're taking it at 12. This is going to be the no flitch log. It's like no flitches. So right now I can tell in the middle here where my sweep is, I've got plenty of wood to get 6 boards. So we're good to go. We're 12 inches wide. We're going to flip it up. We'll mill down till we get clean wood. Mill 4/4 boards all the way to the bottom. Got a good one on the bottom. And this is going to do it. This is important, guys. Even though I do this every day, and even up at the logging show, milling particular boards for the prison up there while we were at the logging show, just busting through logs, and I can kind of see my way through it, what, where to go and how to do it. It's a good idea to map yourself something out if it's a weird log, because if I had taken a flitch off that other side, I'd be hosed. If I had taken a flitch off this side, I might not have enough for my 6. I probably do. I actually got almost a 12-inch flat down to clean wood. But you take one wrong flitch in the wrong spot, I'll guarantee if I took one off that other side, I would have been hosed on this side. So you gotta, putting that little map on the end is not a cheat sheet. All it's doing is taking the place of IntelliSet. You're doing the intelligent work and making sure that you're going to have enough wood working out from the middle. So let's get her flipped up and let's see how it mills out. Now I'm going to be milling on 4/4 scale, but I want an idea where I'm going to start cleaning up. So I start cleaning up about 9.5. So I know 10 is on 4/4 scale. That's going to be my first almost good board. It's going to have a little bit of wane right in this area right here. And then once I get below 10 to that 8 7/8, I'll be cutting clean wood all the way down. So I will get my 6. What the 10 lets me know is that I could just come down to that 4/4 mark right above 10 and take my top off it. And then I'll drop the 10. So that'll be at 11 1/8. So we'll come down and make our top cut at 11 1/8 and just drop on 4/4 scale all the way through there. All the toe boards are down, everything's down. I won't have to worry about the clamp till we get to the bottom. Let's see if we can just rump through it. So we'll come down to 11 1/8, which is on 4/4 scale. Because of the sweep in this log, there's nothing in the middle. The 10-inch board is not going to be any good, or the drop to 10, that board is not going to be good. And there's going to be a little wane in the one below it too. Both of these top boards, both of them are no good for what he's doing. The wane comes in a little bit too far on this one. It's marginal, but it comes in a little bit too far. I think the batten would still cover it, but that means I'm getting 7 clean boards, guys. I needed 6. Yep, I needed 6. We're gonna get 7. There was no room for error here. One flitch off the other side and I'm dead. I'm hitting the number. So we're gonna get these 2 flitches off. We'll get those other couple of boards off. I can cut through the rest of it. We'll get these ones stacked and then we'll cut the rest of it out. So let's just make the last couple of cuts. I'll get them stacked. Before I put the mill away today and clean up, I'll cut him. He needed like 10 battens. I'll cut him his battens and this order will be good to go. I'll show you the wood when we're done. Give you a little look at the wood here. I got to cut a row of battens for the next battens, stickers for the next row. So let's just wipe this one up right here. Let's get that real pretty red center like Douglas fir. The the sapwood on the outside is yellow like southern yellow pine. It cuts real yellow sawdust. Much harder than white pine. Much more rot resistant than white pine. It's a better product than white pine and nobody cuts it but me. It's really, really strange. I get some beautiful big long ones too. Hi, buddy. Being a good boy? Yeah, you happy to be outside listening to everything? So guys, I want to thank you for coming along for the ride. We always appreciate the watch. Very, very humbled by the amount of people that do watch us. Oh, yeah, you want some water? I'll get you some. And make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, I answer everything back. So if you have a question, ask me. Hopefully, some of what I go through with these trials and tribulations of cutting crooked logs and things like that, that you learn a little something about mapping your way through. I would have loved to have been able to do that job with one log, but it wasn't in the cards. It wasn't even close, really. I mean, that's a legitimate, I needed that whole log to fill this order. He's going to get 2 extra boards because I decided to throw that one that did have a little bit of wane on it. It was right out to the edge. It looked like it was a decent board, so I threw it in there anyway. And before I clean the mill up this afternoon and toss a cover on it, I will cut him those 10 battens really quick. But I need to go in and get working on these videos. So that's kind of my goal this morning. I want to get this done so that my neighbors can get a break from the noise on this beautiful day. Hopefully they're all going to have cookouts today and kids over and have a good time. I'm going to be editing video and cleaning up the sawmill yard. So again, if you're looking for something from Norwood, please use my the link in the description, my affiliate link, so that they know that people watch me. And these mechanics gloves are comfortable. They got kind of some weird sewn-in leather in the tips, especially on the index finger on this one. That's kind of bugging me a little bit, but they feel really durable. I'm not crazy about the gloves that you have to secure on the bottom. Kind of like it on the top a little bit better. It makes what's going to happen with me is I'll never secure it. One thing is that because of the way it secures the pinky, this side of the glove slides up a little bit, so the pinky flops over. My pinky's down inside that finger. There's really no way of keeping it down there. There's nothing to hold it down there. So as soon as I grab something, it pops up like that and it folds over. So that could bug somebody. This one doesn't seem to do it as much. It's more on this one. Maybe I got weird shaped hands. Who knows? But for Danny and myself, thank you very much. And hey, Pirate Solutions out.